Welcome to the 508 Power Hour, a fantasy football podcast like no other. And here are your hosts, Fran Baldino and Dave Preventure.
Hello and welcome, episode 7. It's Wednesday, October 21st, and Fran, welcome back. I'm glad to be here, man.
How you doing, Dave? I heard a little tweeter bird in my ear said that this date is very important to you.
Yes, yeah. So a year ago today, boys and gals, if you're listening, I was kicked out, banned from MetLife Stadium. You know, fuck the New York Jets, first of all. They suck, and I think I know why. Sam Darnold, ghost game, 1 year ago. Ghost he saw. This guy right here, overalls, Patriots, got kicked out. Was in the Jets section. I honestly didn't give a fuck, but the Jets fans did. They kicked me out. I was banned.
Banned for life.
Banned for life. And if I ever go again, I don't know, they might tase me, arrest me. Who knows? Yeah. I'll go, though. I'll show up again. I'll go to maybe a Giants game this time.
Super Bowl? MetLife does hold Super Bowls. WrestleMania?
I know. That's the one thing. If there's ever a WrestleMania in MetLife and I can't go, I will have Sam Darnold's head on a stick and just put it out front for him.
Yeah. Alrighty, Dave. It was a weird week for football. I mean, we didn't have a Thursday night game.
If Tuesday night means no Thursday night, I don't want it. Thursday night just feels right.
It was just weird going home from work on Thursday, expecting football, and there's no football. All of your waivers, all that stuff got pushed back a day too. That kind of threw me off.
Frustrated me, friend.
Well, I woke up Wednesday, you wake up. I always check, see who you get in the waiver wire, see what happened in the waiver wire, and it was just I didn't even know it was actually happening.
That's what
honestly, I was very confused.
It sucks. I was trying to pick up a few guys that I honestly missed out because I was like, I'll get it tomorrow. I got it for an extra day. And then everything just happened. Thursday night, I was like, all right, where's Thursday night football? It didn't happen. Waivers went through. I was pretty pissed.
Yeah, so it was weird. Let's jump into the Week 6 recap. Mm-hmm. So we'll start off with the Tennessee Titans 42, Houston Texans 36 in overtime.
Yeah, that was a sick game. Vrabel coaching, he outcoached again. I mean, Houston doesn't really have a coach right now, but did you see that little clip he did with about 3 minutes left?
He threw that 12th player on?
Yeah, he threw 12th player on the field to purposely get a penalty to stop the clock because he knew Houston was going to score. So, and then Tennessee goes out, Derrick Henry balls the fuck out, puts the team on his back, and carries them to a win.
His third career 200 plus yard game.
94-yard touchdown.
He doesn't even look fast when he does it.
No, he was running away from that entire team.
I mean, yes, that one he looked pretty fast, but when Henry breaks free, he doesn't look fast. He just kind of glides and no one's near him.
Third gear he puts on and then it just goes.
Yeah, it's weird, but that's King Henry for you. He's a beast. Baltimore Ravens 30, Philadelphia Eagles 28.
Ravens almost choked it away.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Philly, for as much shit I gave them for the first 2 weeks, they're close. That tie really helped them out, and I mean, without Dak Prescott at Dallas, they have a huge chance to take that NFC East. Mm-hmm. And they're playing decent football the past 3 weeks. I think Carson Wentz is sick of the haters. I think he's heard me personally, and he might have. I have to step it up for this kid.
Yeah, he said, "I'm sick of hearing this kid talk shit."
No, he's not sick of it. He knows that I'm trying to motivate him.
Okay.
It's a friendship we got going on.
Oh, okay. I like that. Travis Fulgham. How about him?
Still balling out. I mean, Alshon and Desean are playing. And
Deshaun's back tomorrow. So.
Ertz goes down. Mm-hmm. Look out for Richard Rodgers. Little C-mass action there for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No Goddard, no Ertz this week. That's going to be tough. But, I mean, I expect Fulgham to play just like that every week now. Yeah, I mean, not every week, but...
This kid came out of nowhere.
Yeah. And he's sick. He's getting a ton of trust from Wentz.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only guy Wentz has out there.
Exactly. So... I expect it again this week, especially against the Giants tomorrow.
And I think Lamar needs that bye week because he's still not looking like Lamar Jackson last year.
I would say he actually leads the team in rushing, which is pretty weird to think.
No, I mean, not really. It's Lamar Jackson.
No, I meant rushing attempts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Him and Ingram are tied at 50 rushing attempts.
What do you have, 108 yards last week?
Yeah.
So he balled out again. So
Ingram's also hurt. So I want to say if he...
Gus Bus with a touchdown.
You think Edwards trends up or you think Dobbins trends up?
Maybe they give the rookie a little bit of a... I mean, with the bye week, how long is Ingram out for?
It was a high ankle sprain, so, I mean, it could be up to
probably 3-4 weeks. So I think maybe during this bye week, you get the rookie some more snaps in that first-team offense. You still go with Gus, obviously, but now J.K. is that Gus guy, where you saw Gus get that touchdown last week. So
Yep. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Dobbins is so talented. I expect them to actually they're definitely going to go with Edwards as RB1,
Right.
but
They have trust in him
I
already.
think it's going to be maybe like a 65-35 split, honestly. I'd see it around
And
that.
then it's always tough with a running back from Baltimore because you have
Lamar.
the ultimate running back.
Yeah.
In Lamar.
Yep. Atlanta Falcons, 40. Minnesota Vikings, 23.
Falcons are back.
Julio Jones is back.
Matt Ryan is back.
Yep, because of Julio. I love to see it.
I think Dan Quinn leaving has a huge part to do with that.
Yeah, that could.
I mean, don't expect anything from this Falcons team, I don't think, because they're still, like, even after that win, they've been talking about tanking and
they're still
moving
1-5.
Matt Ryan, moving Julio Jones, so who knows?
Still 1-5. They can trade everyone on that team, and I could understand why, but if they trade Julio, it doesn't make sense.
I mean, I don't think anyone's going to take him with that stupid contract.
12 plus, I think 14 plus,
It's a
14 million
a lot of money
for 3 more years.
for a guy that,
He's 31 now.
when's the last time he played a full season?
Mm-hmm.
The Pats?
No.
Okay, the welcome to New England, folks.
The Patriots.
any good play, the Pats?
He doesn't fit the
Matt
Patriots.
Ryan next year, Patriots.
He doesn't fit the
Oh.
Patriots. Cam Newton
I
can't
would
even
love
throw
that.
outside the numbers. I've said this all year. Cam Newton can't throw outside the numbers. He didn't complete one pass to the right side of the field outside those numbers.
Matty
Not
Ice
one.
and Julio for Cam Newton and Edelman.
No. Julio to the Pats at the trade deadline. At the end of the season, Matt Ryan to San Fran, Jimmy Garoppolo to the Pats.
What kind of?
I mean,
What is this?
I wouldn't want Jimmy G.
You're buying way too much stuff off Fat Ass Glass, my man.
Hey.
Come on.
Shout out our sponsor, fatassglass.com, 10% off.
But I mean, I don't think they can trade Matt Ryan. I don't think the quarterback market is really like jumping out at quarterbacks right now. I don't.
I think give it a year. You're gonna have Dak, Matt Ryan. You're gonna have a couple guys off a contract. Phillip Rivers, I think. If as a Colts fan, I would love Phillip Rivers hit by a bus out, and then we put Matt Ryan in there.
I could see that, but it's just not a realistic concept right now.
Just give me a year, and I'll make it happen.
Yeah, but they're saying right now, week 7, Matt Ryan is a trade target. I don't see it happening. Matt Ryan most likely, I think, will get traded in the offseason.
Matt Ryan to Dallas.
But
San Fran.
no.
You know what? New England. I
No.
like it.
Matt Ryan to New England?
Why not?
Yep, it's going to happen.
Thank you.
It's going to happen. Pittsburgh Steelers, 38. Cleveland Browns, 7.
Yep. I mean,
That's what we said. We said it.
Big Ben is Baker Mayfield's father, because that's all that's ever going to happen with the Browns and the Steelers as long as Baker's there and Big Ben's there.
Yeah.
Steelers owned the Browns in the past 50 years, and the Browns became the Browns once again.
I think Big Ben has 2 losses to the Browns in his career.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we sat here, we said it's going to be a classic Browns-Steelers matchup, and that's all it was.
It was a blowout.
We got the Indianapolis Colts, 31, Cincinnati Bengals, 27.
It was looking real sketchy after one. I think it was 21-0.
Yeah.
Joey Burrow balled out, but I mean, what are you going to do when Phillip Rivers is coming at you? You can't do anything. I mean, that guy's scary on the field through, over 300?
Yeah, I don't know.
What other quarterback does that? It's crazy what this guy can do.
I can't believe they blew that, honestly. I mean, they came out hot.
I mean, the Colts do have easily the best playoff comeback, I think, ever against the Kansas City Chiefs. Do you remember that?
I don't know if that's the greatest playoff comeback ever.
I think,
but
especially like from an AFC team, easily the greatest playoff comeback ever.
it's up there. It's definitely top 2.
They also complain about footballs.
Hey,
Yeah, but
they
we hang banners for things that matter, folks.
all they do is play within the rules.
Yes, I am for the brand, and the Colts are for the brand.
But I guess if you're not cheating, you're not trying. So I guess New England mentality. That's all it is, man. Detroit Lions, 34. Jacksonville Jaguars, 16.
A lot of people had the Jags winning this game.
I thought the Jags were going to cover the spread.
I think we don't talk spreads on the show. I think that Matt Patricia with that bye week really helped out, and he really got his team down. I think he talked to him. He was like, "Boys, listen, if we lose, I'm going to lose my job. I really need you to help out. I will give you some money if we play good." I think that's what went down in Detroit. Because I don't like him.
I think it was just them against Jacksonville.
Exactly. Jacksonville played one good game against
Josh Allen's
a really
hurt,
good team.
so their defense is not looking good right now.
Right.
I mean, Robinson came back to earth, and then Minshew is Minshew. I mean, he's not really gonna will your team to victories.
Really? I thought Minshew was like this next guy for Jacksonville, and I think he was like.
I think he could be, but the talent around him is pretty null. Right
Matt
now.
Ryan to Jacksonville.
I mean, DJ Chark's still not healthy, not fully healthy. Matt Ryan to Jacksonville?
I like it. You said
Maybe. Justin Fields to Jacksonville. I would love that.
All right, calm down there.
Chicago Bears 23, Carolina Panthers 16.
In the Big Dick Bowl, Nick Foles came out on top. I didn't expect it. I honestly thought Carolina was going to take this. I liked what they were doing on offense. Their defense didn't look too bad. And it just proves to show that Big Dick Nick lives by his name. I mean, we've all seen the picture of Teddy at Louisville. Come on now. Did not compare. Nick went all over them. Just finished the game strong. It's a great game.
I'm surprised that people are still counting out Chicago right now.
I honestly am. It's sketchy because if you look at the 5-1 quarterbacks, Nick Foles is up there, but he's only won 3 games.
Mm-hmm. Nick Foles is 3-0 right now.
I don't think so. Fact check.
Did
he lost the
Did
game.
he lose the first game?
Believe he lost the first game.
2-1.
Yeah.
2-1.
That's
but
tough.
he came back in that Atlanta game and carried the team to a victory. So
coming back against Atlanta.
He's won 3 games for them. I'm gonna say he doesn't get the start of the win. So.
I love Chicago's defense. Don't get me wrong. I'm still not trusting in that offense. You have Allen Robinson and you have Montgomery, who looks like all right, but losing Cohen's huge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's one of the best pass backs in the game. I think he's fast as hell and he's durable. But he got hurt. But I don't know. I just do not buy that offense. Jimmy Graham does look like someone that could be a target, but I don't know. Nick Foles is a backup QB in my mind.
Yeah, he lost the first game he started against Indy.
Okay.
1911 was actually his best game throwing. He had 249 yards.
Calm down. All right, yeah. But
so far this year.
Yeah, we can't get in the end zone against those Colts, eh?
Yeah, that's great defense.
Thank you.
New York Giants 20, Washington 19.
I love what Riverboat Ron does. Because it's like, he knows Washington sucks, so he's like, fuck it, let's gamble.
Mm-hmm.
And he throws it all out there. He's like, we're going to win, we're going to win, we're going to lose, we're going to lose. And, Kyle Allen looked like a moron in that 2-point conversion. But
yeah.
I don't know. I like the idea.
It doesn't, they're going to lose anyway, so it doesn't hurt them to go for it.
Danny Dimes picks up a win after having an awful day. Yeah. Like, his stat line looked atrocious.
Yeah. Daniel Jones is... I think he's got like 25 more turnovers than Jameis Winston did through the first 18 career games.
Fumble machine. Jameis Winston.
Pick machine. When you're throwing picks and fumbles.
It's unlucky. Jameis Winston was only unlucky.
He just couldn't see where he was throwing the ball.
Exactly. Laser eye surgery. Yeah. Now he can see.
Watch out when he's starting quarterback.
People forget he threw 30 touchdowns.
You know where he might go next year? He might go to New England.
No, I think... No.
They need a quarterback, Jameis Winston.
And Jameis Winston has stolen before, so he's a known scumbag guy.
Yeah,
I like it.
And Belichick can fix his career.
Crab legs up in New England. It's going to happen, boys.
It's
Jameis Winston to New England.
Dude, the Pats are going to have so many good quarterbacks next year.
Matt Ryan, Cam Newton.
Jared Stidham's still going to be there.
He's QB1. Jimmy G probably.
Tony Romo might come out of retirement.
I heard Brady wants to come back.
Brady back too. Jimmy G. Did you get Jimmy G?
Yeah, Jimmy G.
Okay. Miami Dolphins 24. Ooh. New York Jets a fat donut. First shutout of the year.
They just knew what happened a year ago. They were scared again.
Mm-hmm.
It's unreal to watch a team suck this bad.
It doesn't even look like they want to play.
Imagine being Joe Flacco, Super Bowl winning quarterback. You have to do this each week.
Yeah.
You better hope Sam Darnold come back soon.
Joe Flacco doesn't even look nearly the same
Joe Flacco's throwing on purpose. I think he's getting paid more money to lose.
Yeah, he's getting drilled. They no Le'Veon, so they have one skilled player.
I don't even know the guy's name.
Jamison Crowder.
No, the running back that replaced
Piron?
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Piron.
7 touches.
Yeah, but what are they doing? Adam Gase is still there.
You just got to feed Frank Gore.
We don't have to go over it because I did it last week, but Adam Gase is somehow still there.
I'm telling you, they're just going to wait till the end of the year.
Did you see what Roddy White said today?
Yes, and I agree with Roddy White. Roddy White, He says if you're Trevor Lawrence, you go back to college for another year.
Atlanta's Roddy White?
Yes.
Holy
He
shit!
said
No
if
way. I haven't heard that name in
Trevor
forever.
Lawrence, if the
Roddy
Jets
White.
finish with no wins, I just go back to Clemson. I don't want any part of that organization.
100%.
Dude,
I agree.
if you're the number one pick, if the Jets have the number one pick, and if it's Lawrence or Fields or the kid from North Dakota,
I don't buy that kid. I don't care what anyone says.
I don't either,
Like, I
but-
don't know how you say, "Oh, this kid's from North Dakota and he's gonna be a sick talent." Like,
yeah, Carson Wentz, same thing. But I mean, if you're that number one, it's most likely Trevor Lawrence. I don't see
yeah.
I don't see Justin Fields playing his way into that number one spot. But if you're Trevor Lawrence and the New York Jets have that pick, there's absolutely no way in hell that you're going to New York.
No, Eli Manning situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You pull. I was gonna say you pull an Eli. You say, hey, you can draft me, but I'm not gonna play for you.
Yep.
Yeah, you
know what I
have
mean?
to.
Like,
And he might. I think Dabo might.
If you're that
chirp
kind
in
of
his ear a
talent,
little
why
bit.
not?
You have
Someone
to.
else is gonna take you.
What's he
Who
gonna
cares?
What's he gonna go do there? He's gonna get beat up by the Pats. He's gonna get beat up by the Dolphins, up and coming defense, and he's gonna get beat up by the Bills and Josh Allen. Like that team, there's nothing good in New York, dude. It's got to be like three years at the least that the Jets are even gonna be anywhere competitive.
Yeah.
And how are they fixing it? Just getting rid of
Firing everyone.
I mean, they have the money and they have the cap, but the thing is, you got. I mean, they have the money and cap and draft picks, but you got to somehow whoever they got to get rid of Gase and they got to bring somebody in, like a coach who is legit. Like
Bill Belichick.
he's not leaving New. Dude, the Pats can't. The Pats are gonna get everyone. Adam Gase is gonna be the quarterbacks coach next year.
Adam Gate's going to be the quarterback.
No, quarterback coach. He's a genius. Offensive guru, quarterback guru,
He's not a head coach.
QB whisperer. Dude, look at.
No.
Come on, look at what Peyton Manning did with him.
No.
No, but for real, I mean,
Manning the GOAT.
the Jets are gonna have to do something where they get the head coach, and the head coach is just like everyone wants to play for this guy. Like, honestly, somebody like Dabo Sweeney, I don't see Sweeney leaving Clemson,
No.
especially to go to the Jets.
How much he gets paid.
But like
McDaniels?
Josh McDaniels, but
he's a known scumbag, that guy.
The Jets
Josh
just
McDaniels.
aren't. It's not a destination that somebody wants to go coach.
Fuck Josh.
They like all their young
Sure, I'll
players are
coach
going.
there.
They're, like Jamal Adams was a stud. He forced his way out.
Yeah.
Like they don't have any receivers outside of Crowder. I mean, Denzel Mims still hasn't seen the field. But I mean, you got teams next year. Like Atlanta is going to be a pretty high destination team. Houston, a lot of guys are going to want to go coach Houston.
Miami Heat.
Miami Heat are sick.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if Doug Marrone gets fired, I think Jacksonville is a low-key, like...
The Lions?
The Colts.
Do they fire him?
Colts, they're going to still have a right.
I know.
Matt Patricia most likely will get fired, but I don't really...
They win enough games where you can get this, like, 9... How many playoff spots are there now?
7.
Which is... I wanted to say 9, too, because I feel like there's a million, and it's just a job saver for the shitty teams that go, like, 7 and 8 or 7 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you make the playoffs, there's no chance you get fired in the NFL.
Patricia might get another year. Maybe.
Just because he's under the
But a
Belichick
short
tree.
lease next year.
Yes. But
How is his leash should be so short right now?
I think a lot of our hate for Matt Patricia comes off his stupid-ass comments, but last year, they started out pretty good last year, and Stafford got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So when you lose your QB1, that saves your job.
Jeff
And-
Driscoll was the backup? Was that Driscoll last year?
No,
who backed him up?
I don't even know who backed him up last year.
I'm sure it was.
It was Driscoll.
They were terrible last year. It was they had like 4 different quarterbacks last year at one point. Tyler, check that for us. But
I like
The greatest team of all time.
Oh, the 2-3 New England Patriots?
The team that can't beat the putrid Denver Broncos.
They looked awful. That offense did not look great.
Coming off a bye week,
Cam Newton.
you have your quarterback.
Okay, Cam Newton's picks weren't
back.
completely his fault. I mean,
Come on.
a tip ball.
He threw an interception on a screen pass.
I think COVID messed with his head a little bit. You know,
They didn't practice last week.
he almost died. He had coronavirus, and you're gonna just
You're gonna make fun of the guy for having corona?
give
Come
him
on,
a
Francis.
fucking break, dude.
I'm going to make fun of him because he can't throw the damn football. This guy sucks, man. He's not nearly
That's what's wrong with America today, folks.
as good as he used to be. Not even close to the same player.
I mean, you gotta wear the mask.
The Pats lost 2 weeks ago to the Chiefs
Which
due to quarterback play. The Pats lost to a much, much, much worse Denver Broncos team due to quarterback play.
And this
not
time they had
not
their
because
quarterback.
they didn't practice. They could have practiced. They chose not to.
they couldn't have, friend. Because
They could have.
They don't
They
break
could
the
have.
law.
They could have practiced. Belichick said no because he wanted to protect his team.
True, man.
It is what it is. They didn't practice. I mean, they chose not to. They got Cam Newton back. Everyone said, "Oh, if Cam Newton played against the Chiefs, we would have won." If Cam Newton played like that, the New England Patriots are not beating anyone. They're not beating. They'll beat the Jets. That's about
So you
it.
think Hoyer was better than Cam Newton?
No, they both had extremely bad turnovers that hurt your team.
So are you out on New England?
Yes, they're gonna make the playoffs because of that. Like you said,
who wins the division?
the Bills.
I believe it.
Pats are a game and a half behind, so.
It's getting to that point. When do they play
They
the
haven't
Bills?
played the Bills yet,
Yeah,
so-
when do they? You play them twice.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
But
Cam Newton cannot win
if
a game
you're a New
playing
England
like
fan,
that.
in your head, are you a little bit worried? Do you still have the New England oh, I mean, well, that's an anomaly. We're the Patriots 2-3. We're gonna be 11-3 at the end of this.
I'm worried about Cam Newton playing well, but I mean, if you want me to be a basic Pats fan, in Bill I trust.
So you have no worry about the Broncos beating you up without Von Miller at home.
Oh, also,
it's a bad loss, but I think
Cam Newton.
I don't know.
0-3 against the Denver Broncos all time.
Cam Newton, 17 for 25.
That's true.
A whop.
He did get
Hold
that
on.
fumble.
Hold on. So you're gonna tell me Cam Newton
He's learned.
Cam Newton hasn't thrown over 163 yards minus the Seattle Seahawks game.
If you told me that line, I would say that's Phillip Rivers.
Cam Newton's passing yards 155, 397, 162, 157.
So you're telling me against good defenses, he doesn't throw the ball well.
No. Against
How much does he rush for, though?
the rushing, he had a good game rushing.
10
but-
rushes, 76 yards,
Yeah.
and a touchdown.
and a touchdown. I mean,
You know what was a big factor in that game? Where the hell does Damian Harris go?
gone.
I mean, the Denver defense just took away the run the entire game, which kind of sucked. So
It's tough.
I think the Denver
That's-
defense took away everything from the
they were
Patriots.
blitzing. Well, honestly, it was. If you look at Cam Newton, he wasn't reading the defense well at all.
He's got
I
corona
mean,
brain.
No, but how many times did those safeties run 20 yards
Yeah,
up the field?
right.
And then he wouldn't even at that point, you got to
I think it has.
switch up the snap count or something.
I mean, that
Throw the defense
that
out.
hurts. The fact that Edelman can't catch a freaking beach ball with sticky gloves.
Did Edelman have any targets?
The fact, yeah, he had
or three.
eight targets for 2
Did
catches.
he really have 8?
Nikhil Harry,
sucks.
Non-factor again.
I'm gonna say, as a Pats fan, Nikhil Harry is an absolute bust.
Demir Bird is your number 2 receiver, and no offense
He's
to
our
Demir
number
Bird,
one
he's not
receiver.
good. He's not a good receiver. He's like a 4 or 5 receiver,
Agreed.
playing as a 2. But
our tight ends, though.
Cam Newton had 156 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 picks.
Izzo had 3 catches for 36 yards.
Newton got sacked 4
Yeah,
times
he
in
did.
this
He
game.
did. Newton
and
got
a
blown
fumble.
up.
And a fumble.
And a fumble.
Yeah. So 3 turnovers.
He got his back broken, too, it looked like. But
Right now he is sitting with 870 yards through 4 games, 2 touchdowns through 4 games, and 4 interceptions through 4 games.
that's awful.
That's
That is
terrible.
bad quarterback play. Drew Lock, what's he at? And he's broke his shoulder.
Cam Newton ranks 27th in total QBR right now in the NFL.
Again, you tell me that, I think Phillip Rivers. So it's unreal that the Patriots have that going on anyway.
I've been saying this since week 1. Cam Newton had an explosive game against the worst pass defense of all time. Not really, but the worst pass defense by far in the NFL right now. And everyone came at me. He's 29th in passing yards. He's 32nd in passing touchdowns.
He also missed the game.
Negligence, though, his fault.
Yeah.
He's been hanging.
We do have one Pats fan who says that he's not worried at all because Josh Allen can't beat a good defense and that the Pats can win 2 slugfests.
Where's the Patriots?
Yeah,
defense.
What have the Pats done right now?
Okay, I'll granted they didn't no touchdowns.
No touchdowns.
It was all the offense's fault last.
What have the Patriots done as a team? I don't care about the offense and defense. As a team.
But at the same time...
What have the Pats done that make you think they're going to win?
We could easily be 4-1 right now.
Yeah, and the Seattle Seahawks could easily be 1-5. The Seahawks have 5 wins of less than 10 points.
That's fair. And the Seahawks are a good team, but
Justin Herbert should be 4-0.
The Chargers could be undefeated, but they lose close games. The Patriots can't win close games
the Pats could be undefeated right now.
Yeah, they could. Anyone could, but they're sitting at 2-3.
Not those.
But the Pats aren't getting blown out.
Neither are the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm not saying the Chargers are bad.
What makes you think that the Patriots right now are a playoff team?
I mean, it's
what makes
the one thing is the AFC this year is loaded.
Dude, you look at that game against Denver. Are you going to take New England's running backs or Denver's running backs? No, Dave, answer these. New England's running backs or Denver's running backs?
Denver's.
Okay, Denver. New England's receivers or Denver's receivers?
Denver's.
Okay.
Denver's.
It's anybody's receivers. The Pats receiving core is probably worse than the league.
Okay, 2-0 right now. New England's offensive line or Denver's offensive line?
New England.
Okay.
Healthy New England.
2-1.
Healthy New England.
Tight ends. Who are you taking at tight end?
If Noah Fant's playing.
But that kid who we didn't even know his name balled out.
Okay, Denver. Thank you.
Just because of Fant.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you look at their defense, are you taking the Pats defensive line or the Broncos defensive line? Why?
The
Bradley Chubb. You're going to take
the Broncos defensive
Bradley
line.
Chubb is a beast.
If we're going offensive line healthy, then defensive line Broncos.
Even right now.
Well, I can't
Are you taking John Simon or Bradley Chubb?
Right.
That's fair.
Not even close. You look at their secondary, Patriots secondary. The Pats don't have talent on their team that is better than the talent on Denver. The only reason people went into that game realistically thinking the Patriots are going to blow.
Stephon Gilmore.
Yes, I said secondary.
Okay.
To New England. The only reason people think the Patriots are going to come into any week is because Bill Belichick.
Right.
And when Belichick looks like he didn't look good this game, he didn't coach very well against Kansas City.
He was nervous about coronavirus. What don't you get? This guy is 70 years old.
How about that James White first down that he didn't challenge? And they just decided to punt the ball.
I'm going to admit it wasn't Bill Belichick's best coaching performance.
Realistically,
I don't see. But can you admit that a Bill Belichick coach team
is better?
Can have the advantage just because he's the coach?
Yes.
In the regular season, sure, but when you get to the playoffs and they're playing elite
So
talent,
they are getting to the playoffs.
Yes, they're going to make the playoffs. They're not going to win the division.
In the playoffs, Bill Belichick doesn't have the advantage of coaching.
No, he has the advantage of coaching, but his team...
I mean, he did get outcoached by Vrabel last year,
your team's not going to win.
Belichick used and the Giants.
He's had, 6 Super Bowl titles?
He's had elite talent.
He definitely
He's had Tom Brady and one of the greatest defenses ever on that first 3.
He outcoached that Rams game, though.
Yes.
That Rams had a way better team than the New England Patriots did.
Arguable, but yeah, I mean, it was close.
That defense was top-notch.
That was top offense against top defense?
Yeah, Patriots top defense. Again, they've always had one of the top defenses.
No, that was past top offense, wasn't it?
No.
Or was it the other way?
The Rams were the highest scoring team, and the Pats were the best against the score on the defense. But you had Brady in the defense.
But look what Belichick did coaching-wise. Because Belichick is a defensive
with elite talent, though. They have the best defense in the league. Of course he's going to coach it well.
They have the best defense in the league almost every year.
Not even close this year. It's not even close this year.
Do you think
they don't have a safety blanket?
Do you think Belichick could do a better job than Adam Gase at the Jets? What do you think Belichick would do at the Jets?
He'd win 5 games.
And with that team, that's a great coach.
Do you think the Patriots are beating any AFC team in the playoffs this year?
Yes.
Yes.
Who?
The
The Titans.
So how it comes?
No, not even close. The Titans did it last year, and the Titans are just... The one thing that everyone can do against the Patriots right now is run, and that's the only thing that Derrick Henry does is run. He doesn't stop. So no, not even close. That's a blowout. The Pats get blown out by Tennessee.
Oh my God, the Colts might beat the Patriots this year.
The Colts probably do beat the Patriots this year.
Holy shit, boys! Oh, all right.
You think that New England has a chance against Pittsburgh in a playoff game right now?
Yes, I mean, I do.
No.
I do.
No.
Just because it's, when it comes down to it, it's Pittsburgh and the Patriots. I mean, when it comes down to it in the NFL.
It's not Tom Brady.
When it comes down to it in the NFL, divisional games are always...
That's not division.
Conference games are always going to be close, no matter what.
I mean, yeah, but...
Like, if you look at... There's never been a Pittsburgh Steelers blowout on the Patriots. The Patriots always play... No matter who they have, the Patriots are going to play the Steelers.
I think it's completely different. And that's what I'm saying. I think the stigma around New England is so high right now that, like, no matter who they play, everyone's like, oh, yeah, they can do it because they play that team good.
I think come in 3 weeks, if the Patriots go 1-2 in the next 3 weeks... There's going to be a change in mood in New England.
Who are the next 3 games? We got 49ers this week and then who?
49ers could easily be a loss. That Niners team found itself again.
They go to 49ers, at Buffalo, and then they play the Jets. So
at Buffalo is tough.
So
you need to win one of those games. You need to either beat the Niners or beat the Bills.
Which game means more?
The Bills.
The Bills.
What do you mean, dude?
I mean, they play the Bills twice.
The Bills. I know you have to win both games against the Bills if you want to win the AFC East.
And then you play the Jets. Then they play the Jets and they go Baltimore, Houston, Arizona.
And Houston at that point is probably going to be pretty pissed off.
And pretty good.
And Arizona's probably going to be fighting for something.
Yeah.
Also, that was a interception in that Arizona.
After those, they go play the Chargers, Rams, Dolphins, Bills.
They got a tough, and that Dolphins team is not that Week 1 Dolphins team.
No.
It might be. We'll get to that after the break with Tua and everything. We don't know what that team's even going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
That team, Flores could have destroyed it.
All right, let's sit right now. Pats sit at 2-3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Patriots, 49ers.
Dub. They bounce back.
I thought they were going to bounce back against the Broncos.
Eh.
Where is it? In New England?
New England.
Oh, yeah, New England. There's no chance Bill Belichick loses 2 at home.
So win.
New
England versus Buffalo at Buffalo.
L.
New England versus the Jets, win. New England versus Baltimore.
Where is it?
At New England.
W.
No, because the Ravens they showed what they do against good teams. They're going to want to kick the shit out of New England.
Fran just gives me
Baltimore.
a dirty look.
All right, L.
W.
New England versus Houston. At Houston.
New England. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
New England.
New England versus Arizona.
New England.
Where is it?
New England.
W.
Okay. New England at LA Chargers.
Oh, this is the back-to-back LA
This
game,
is a Thursday night game. No, this is a Sunday night game, this one.
W.
I don't know. I like the Chargers there because isn't Bosa back by then? Or not Bosa. Who they have injured?
Ingram.
I think.
He's coming back this week, so he should be there.
Yeah, I like the Chargers there. I like Herbert a lot.
Short week against the Rams.
Herbert
W.
balls. The Rams are hot. And McVay revenge game. You're W.
Miami. At Miami, week 16.
If Tua is the quarterback, W.
If Tua is the quarterback...
Miami, week 16. At Miami.
W, because they lost 2 in a row.
Okay. And Buffalo to end the season in New England. Primetime game.
Bounce back, dub. Cam Newton, 4.
That's going to be a game where they're going to need... What are they at?
They have
3-3.
4, 5, 6, 7. They're sitting at 7 and 8.
That's... Ooh, is that a crusher? Does that kill the Patriots fans at the end of the year? I think so. I'm giving it an L.
7-9.
They missed the playoffs.
7-9, realistic.
If
9-7 at best.
Yes, because you could easily switch a loss there or 2. But if the Patriots don't get any receiving help by the deadline, you got to be pissed as a Patriots fan.
I don't even think they need a tight end. They need a tight end who can play in the NFL.
You know who's open right now?
Njoku.
Yes.
Athletic freak. I don't know why they haven't made the deal yet.
Because it's probably too much money for Belichick to pay him.
What kind of Rudolph?
No.
Minnesota.
I mean, why would they do
sells.
that?
Minnesota sells. I don't know.
No,
I mean,
they got young cores.
No, I did hear that Rudolph could be on the block, but why?
I mean, Irv Smith Jr. is the next guy up there.
I mean, the Pats tried to get Ben Watson last year. A washed-up tight end. He doesn't help.
Pats give up anyone?
No, just picks.
For, say, Gilmore?
Not during the season.
I don't think they do that mid-season. Do they? Is there quarterback change mid-season?
No.
I think
not without an injury.
If the Pats lose
2 in a row,
the next 2, and they fall to what is that? 2-5,
and they have to play the Jets,
and they fall to 2-5, I say why not start Stidham? See what he can do.
Throw a pick 6. We already found that out against the Chiefs.
At 2-5,
2-6. 2-5.
Wait, are you saying if they lose to the Jets?
If they lose,
no, they lose. They lose to the Niners and they lose.
If they lose to the Niners and lose to the Bills, and they're 2-5, and they're kind of falling behind. Why not start Stidham and see what he can do?
Because Stidham is the worst quarterback in the entire NFL.
But give him a chance.
No.
To start in a game.
No.
He's never started a game.
It doesn't matter. That dude sucks.
Give Fitzmagic to the Patriots.
But
if all goes wrong and they're 2-5, emergency trade.
But if the Pats
if they sit at 2-5, they're trading Gilmore to Chicago for Trubisky.
Ew.
There will be picks involved, but that will happen.
If the Pats go 8-8 with Cam Newton, right, as their quarterback the whole season, 8-8, and they don't find out what Stidham can do or any of their young players.
Stidham's not Jimmy G.
Are you mad though? If the Pats go 8-8 with Cam Newton, is that a wasted year?
I don't give a
No. I mean,
I feel like it's a wasted year for finding out what your young players can do.
I just don't think.
I don't think Stidham's that guy.
Yes, they know what Stidham can do.
Are you sure?
They gave him the chance to show it that he wants. He doesn't even want to be there.
Small sample size.
So did Jimmy G.
Stidham was QB1 all summer.
Jimmy G started a few games.
Small sample size.
Stidham was QB1 all summer.
He got paid.
And what happens? They bring in Cam Newton because they don't trust Jared Stidham.
Jimmy G also went to the Super Bowl. So.
Because of a running.
Well,
Jimmy G's
just
always
saying,
a quarterback.
but he was the quarterback for a Super Bowl team, so.
Eli Manning. Sucks.
I mean, we're looking at 7-9 to 9-7.
All I know is the Colts are going to beat the Patriots at some point, and it's going to be a great day.
10-6.
That's very optimistic.
Why can't you just take my take and not roll your eyes?
It's just not realistic. I mean, it could happen. I just don't see it happening. It's
okay.
That's your opinion to my opinion.
That's fair.
All right, let's move on from that.
Yes, sir.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers 38, Green Bay Packers 10.
Rodgers threw a pick 6 in the first time in 100 years. So
Packers looked like a whole different team.
Yeah, they needed that. I mean, I think they were just riding high.
Was that coming off the bye or are they on
off the bye? That was coming off the bye.
So coming off the bye, they
were right. They were a little cocky. I think
Aaron Rodgers.
They might not lose another game.
Who?
The Packers. I think they got their mouth punched in, and that Tampa Bay team is you can't laugh at that. That Tampa Bay team is legit.
They're legit.
And they're all healthy now.
Yeah.
So I mean, besides Vita Bay,
Gronk is doing something.
That defense is nasty. It's not nasty, but
they're
nasty. Solid. They're good enough to. Enough to do that.
If you have a QB that can do something against the pass rush, it's going to be tough. I mean, if they play Baltimore, which I don't think they do.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, exactly. You can get out of the pocket, do something, but.
I'm saying Kyler Murray because he runs a lot. Don't hit me up in the chat saying, "Oh, you think Kyler Murray's good? He can't throw the ball either."
He runs like a baby running away from their parents.
He's just so fast and so shifty. It's weird watching. It looks like a glitch. Honestly. It does. 49ers 24, Rams 16.
Niners bounce back game. Raheem Mostert goes down, gets injured. It's gonna be a tough one if they can't get him back soon.
Yep.
But Kittle looked good. Jimmy G looked surprisingly good. I didn't think he was going to be doing that. That was a huge confidence boost for him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Massive bounce back.
But again, I mean, Jimmy G next week can shit the bed against New England, and I wouldn't be surprised. I haven't
because of the stage.
I've never bought into Jimmy G. I think he's gotten way overpaid just because Belichick showed him in a few good games. And
I do agree with that.
I think his run to the Super Bowl was Colin Kaepernick-esque, where they had a sick defense, which, I mean, anyone talked about for the first 8 weeks last year was New England's 8-0 and San Fran's 8-0, and San Fran's defense is getting it done.
Well, the thing with Jimmy G in San Francisco is they got him. He comes in. What were they the year before he came in?
3-10.
3
or 3-13.
3-13 before Jimmy G comes in. So then Jimmy G's here.
But
they
also draft Bosa that year.
Yeah.
They were building that defense.
But he comes
years.
in. Jimmy G comes in, 5-0. Tears his ACL. They lose the rest of the year. They finish 5-11. The next year, 13-3.
The defense.
All he does is win.
He's a great hander.
He's 23-7.
I mean, you can't say all he does is win. When last week he threw 2 picks and got benched at the half.
He's 23-7.
23-7 as a starting
He's
quarterback.
got like 7,700 yards, 51 touchdowns, and 23
A huge
picks.
overthrow.
Yes.
And a great defense.
Yeah.
Without that San Fran defense, I don't think he's 23-7.
I think Jimmy gets. See, it's tough because there's no middle piece with Jimmy Garoppolo. He either isn't as good as he should be, or people think he's great. I think he's a very average quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't think he's worth his contract.
No, that contract's insane. But that is what it is. So Monday night, Kansas City Chiefs 26, Buffalo Bills 17.
Rainy game.
Yeah.
And it was the one and only good game for Clyde Edwards finally.
Not true. That's the second good game of the year.
The first game of the year was pretty good.
Second good game of the year.
You're right. Sorry.
So
second ever good game he'll ever have. I mean, that Kansas City does not win like that. That's not the way they win. They air it out. When they just don't run the ball 100 times, Fran.
No.
You can't expect them to do that, especially with Le'Veon Bell coming in 2 weeks.
If CEH is sitting right now, number 2 in rushing yards in the NFL, 84 rushing yards per game
Hold on,
in
this
the
is
NFL.
a fantasy podcast. What is he ranking fantasy-wise?
11th.
Ooh. Overall, running
Yes,
backs?
that's RB1 in a 12-man league.
And you drafted him?
I drafted him pick 2,
Oh.
which would be pick 20. So
Okay.
RB11 is pretty solid.
Kamara's number 1.
Oh.
Kamara is number 1, yeah.
3 and 3.
5th in wide receiver,
So,
if that counts.
You can't play them both. Well, you know that.
how many touches do you realistically think that Andy Reid's going to want to take away from CEH?
I mean,
Percentage-wise.
he's a huge committee guy.
If he's... Who?
Andy Reid. Look at it last year.
But when your running back does that against a good defense, against a good team, with about 95% of the snap count...
You can run all over that Bills defense. I think it's the secondary that's good.
Throughout the year, though. 95% this week. Where do you think his touches go?
Like, overall?
60-40.
You think he's going to be splitting with Le'Veon?
Yeah. It's Le'Veon Bell. Why else are you going to bring him in?
Because he's that good right now.
No.
One of the biggest things in football is to ride the hot hand.
Right. You think Andy Reid's going to?
Yes.
So 75-25?
Similar to that, yeah. 70-30.
I think it's going to be a lot. I mean, I think you're definitely biased, which you are, because 1 LSU, 2 you own him in fantasy.
I think 70-30 is a realistic thing, though.
60-40. I like 60-40.
See, I'm with Fran on this one because honestly, personally, I think Le'Veon is not as good as he was.
No, I think he just got washed
Le'Veon's
up
going to
because
steal.
of the
He's going to
Jets.
steal a lot of snaps in the red zone, and he's going to be probably on a lot of the third downs, like 90-80% of the third downs. But first and second down, I think it's CEH all the time.
Okay.
Is he even playing this week?
No.
Le'Veon, Andy Reid said that he they don't know yet. I mean, they're gonna wait and see how Le'Veon adapts to the playbook. And we'll finish it up with Arizona 38, Dallas 10.
Yeah, Andy Dalton sucks. Red Rider.
Barn burner.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, what do you want? Dallas is going to Dallas. Zeke fumbled twice. He said it was on him. No shit. I mean, you fumbled the ball twice. It's definitely on you.
The craziest part with Zeke is he comes into that game with 3 fumbles on the year, and he sits there, fumbles the first time, and whoever the announcer was, she's talking about how she spoke with Zeke earlier in the day, and Zeke said he will not fumble the rest of the year.
Fumbles twice.
He fumbled the next drive.
Yeah.
And then a drive after that.
Yeah.
Zeke should have stayed in Cabo a little longer. I don't know.
Can we just take a minute to think about I'm a Pats fan, and I never wanted Andy Dalton, but there was a lot of Pats fans
that wanted Andy Dalton. And
what?
Dallas has way more talent.
He's so bad.
Dallas has way more talent than New England at wide receiver, and he
so
can't
bad.
do anything.
He's so bad. No wonder they got rid of him and had Joe Burrow go to Cincinnati.
I don't think it would be much worse than it is right now.
I don't. It would be way worse.
I don't know.
It would be way worse.
I think they're sitting at 2-3 either way.
I mean, right now, we'll see at the end of the year.
I think we're 0-5.
I think Andy Dalton will have a better passing season than Cam Newton.
I agree. Like 100%.
Thoughts?
I think Ryan Fitzpatrick goes to Dallas.
They're not trading Fitzpatrick either.
He's definitely requesting a trade.
No.
Did you?
Why wouldn't he? He's playing out of his mind. Why would he want?
Dude,
to
he was
because
broke.
that's Fitz. He's not going to request a trade.
No, he said he thought Miami was his place, and he was mistaken.
And he's sitting there now, tutoring.
No.
You think he's tutoring him after they just told him it's not his team anymore?
No.
Yes. That's Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick, literally, if you watch the interview today,
he did it for James freaking Winston throwing 85 interceptions.
He wants out. He wants out.
He's not getting out.
We'll see at the trade deadline.
All right, 508 recap. Jump through these real quick. Straight cash, 119. SJ Knights, 87. Dave, Nation of Domination, 101 to 69ers, 99.
Woo!
Move on.
What happened there?
Move on.
Oh, last minute pick, Josh Allen. Screwed him again. Yep. I love beating. You know what? Not only is it good beating one person, but I got to beat two people this week because it's co-ownership. I love that.
Why don't we stop on this one? Keep going.
All right, Sleeper City, 141. Scorpio, 97.
I mean, dude, Ozzy be putting up points lately.
Yeah.
He's scary.
This team's bad.
Pour one out for Mahomes, 86. Tank, 84.
I can't believe he won that.
Yeah, that was close.
I mean, Brian's team again. When it's off, it's off.
Yeah. I mean, 86 points with Patrick Mahomes.
Of course, Mahomes didn't do crazy, but still.
Chubby Chasers, 97. Suck My Fits, 75.
Yeah, he's lucky he had Fits this week.
You're saying Suck My Fits lost again?
It's bye week.
I mean,
no way.
He got his 1 win out of the year.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, he's going to still do the pick 'em, so he's still got something.
He's about 99.4% to pick 'em.
Something
stupid like that, but he's like 0.4% in actual
Discount Belichick, 110. Rated X, 91.
Yeah, I don't know, Fitman. Hyping up your team a lot, man, and then what happened?
One guy that loses, the other guy that wins.
Hey, the house is happy, right?
I mean, Fitman's the best 2-4 team I've ever seen.
Okay, yeah, Fitman's gonna end up being like 3-10. If Fitman's the best 3-10 team ever, he should be in it. Like, dude, you don't win, you don't win.
It is what it is.
Nah, you don't win, you don't win. That's
Sweaty,
how it goes.
Sweaty punt, 133. Armageddon for 7, 80.
Lunatic move, Sean. You win by that much. You put up a great week without Chris Carson, and then you trade him for a bag of Skittles. I mean, you should question why you're even in this league. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
It's a mind-blowing trade from you.
I think, you know what happened? I think Bryce is slipping him those Uncle Sam's coupons.
I think Bryce saw he's playing me this week and shit his pants.
Yeah, I mean, or probably not, because he's probably looked at you and he's probably sweet.
Yeah, he probably saw the 162 second highest scoring week all year.
Fran, yay! We'll put it on. Oh, we don't put that on the trophy, Fran. You gotta win the. If we did playoffs today, Fran Baldino's not in it. That's crazy, folks. I mean, dude, you just gotta win your games.
Yeah, that's what I did. 162 to 101, and Morningwood won 119 to 64.
Morningwood being dominant once again.
Hearns on IP.
Oh my God.
I mean, and he's pretty
so bad.
Jacob, you're pretty stubborn with the trades too, I've heard. So it's gonna be tough to do anything with Dak Prescott out if you're not even gonna listen to trades.
Alrighty, so that's gonna be it.
Who's his highest score?
His highest score, I'll check real quick.
Probably CeeDee Lamb. I think CeeDee Lamb had like
Kamara
10.
puts up more than that weekly.
No, yeah, but you lost last week.
Kamara.
This is a 6th-round pick, bro.
Dalton had 11.
Thank you, Aaron.
AP had 12. N'Keal Harry had a whopping 1. I think it was because he got a tackle on an interception.
Yep.
That's actually why he got that point.
Someone had that. I forget who it was, but someone had a person with 2 points. Oh no, it was CeeDee Lamb at halftime. He had 2 points, no stats, because he had Zeke's fumble recovery.
he got 11.
64.
His highest score was James Washington with 14.
Want to know something embarrassing?
He scored Juju Smith-Schuster.
Want to know something embarrassing this week?
What?
My ESPN league. I lost, and the guy I went up against didn't have he had his quarterback on a bye and his wide receiver on a bye.
And you still lost. Oh
I can't believe you said that out loud.
Why would you admit that?
My team's nasty in that league.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
All right. No.
I had like 1 point from 2 people.
New England mindset. My team's nasty. Loses to...
Let's just cut to the break right now so you can go cry a little bit. Yeah. All right, we'll be back, guys.
Today's episode is sponsored by FatAssGlass.com, a top-ranked online smoke shop for all your smoking and vaporizing needs. Free 2 to 3 day shipping on orders $25 and up with interest-free payment plans available. Use code POWERHOUR for 10% off all purchases. Welcome to part 2.
Alrighty, so I got a quick take on Juju Smith-Schuster.
Let me hear it.
Bring it on.
Our producer over here, he traded Chris Carson for him.
So
And a couple picks. All right, come on.
So since Antonio Brown left Pittsburgh, Juju Smith has one game with 85-plus receiving yards.
Ooh.
Chase Claypool, who I also have, Dave.
I mean, but you
didn't trade Chris Carson for him. But one game for 85 yards since Antonio Brown left.
He's got a lot of hype because I think he's doing the Fortnite dances on the TikToks and the Facebooks. I think that's all. The little kids like him because he's playing with Travis Scott and Drake and whatever his name is, The Weeknd. It's sad to see in Pittsburgh because Juju was honestly sick last year, but I guess
No, the year before.
The year before, but I guess the numbers just aren't there anymore.
Yeah. So Juju with Antonio Brown had 917 yards, 1,400 yards. So he was a beast with Antonio Brown. Since he left. Last year, he played 12 games last year. He had 552 yards.
Not great.
And right now he's sitting at 194 yards.
I mean, can he not play against the league's top defenders? Is that what's going on? Can he not be catching balls if he's double covered? Is he not that elite? Is he not that good?
I think he's not a number one receiver.
You think the TikTok fame and the Fortnite's gotten to his head?
I don't know. I just think the talent isn't. Honestly, I don't think the talent's there.
He was a flash in the pan, but that Pittsburgh seems to do that a lot.
Yeah.
They have these guys for 2 or 3 years, and then one gets busted for weed, or the other just goes insane.
He's going to Seattle.
I know. I can't wait.
Seattle.
It's perfect. Seattle is a very...
Other teams are interested, but Seattle's number one.
I mean, Seattle and Denver, perfect spot for him.
Yep.
Legalize marijuana, and he can... Oh, it's going to be great.
So, remember I was saying Deante Johnson's the number one in Pittsburgh? Couple weeks ago?
I remember.
Deante Johnson, through his 4 games, including the 2 injured, half-played games, has 26 total targets.
No.
Juju Smith has 28.
Wait a minute. So Juju is better than Deante.
28 in 6 full games. 5 full games.
What's Claypool got?
Chase Claypool's targets?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they're through the roof.
No, he gets a lot of those rushes, the jet sweeps.
He has a lot of he's a big playability. Less targets, but when he does get targets,
he had 8 targets.
Juju Smith he has 24 on the season.
And that's really 3 games.
5, 1 started. He
He's
had
actually been targeted.
2 targets, 3 targets, 4, 11. So
we have 1 take from the chat on Juju. It says, for Juju, it's the Julio effect. Until Claypool broke out, Juju was a certified number 1. But since he was alone last year and early this year for a reliable receiver, he was locked by the best. Now the weapons are emerging for Pittsburgh, and he would start to slowly come back with how versatile.
Who the hell said that paragraph?
It's Nozick.
Hey, Nozick.
I see what you're saying. It may be the Julio Jones effect, but, dude, Julio has never had a drop-off like that.
No, but Julio's also Julio Jones. He's not Juju Smith-Schuster.
Juju also had 42 catches for 550 yards last year.
You got to remember his name's pretty cool, too. So that's huge value.
I don't think Juju is that number one.
When you have Big Ben tossing the ball around, you're not getting any yards. It's not going to be good. And did Juju play all 16 last year?
No, he played 12.
So, maybe he's still a little banged up. Because I think he had a slow, preseason. But, Pittsburgh's looking hot, and if Juju's a non-factor right now, I'd be a little worried.
So, Deante Johnson last year had 680 receiving yards.
Where?
In Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So, same team, same thing.
Who?
Deante Johnson, the number 1 in Pittsburgh.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Number 2 behind Claypool?
No, that's Juju. It's Deante Johnson,
Deante's
Juju Smith, Claypool.
Deante didn't play last week.
Chase Claypool is not a number 1 receiver. He's not a number 2 receiver.
But Deante didn't play last week.
No, Claypool is a big play guy. He's not a number 1.
Neither is Deante.
Yes, he is.
Juju is number 1.
Alrighty.
You guys, there's so much slander on Deante Johnson because of the injuries. He's going to come back healthy, and he's going to tear it up.
Okay.
In other
I'm
news...
not going to disagree with him, though.
I will, but if you disagree with Fran, you know it's a long, long battle. So, Fitzpatrick benched. Thoughts, Fran? Tua Tagovailoa is finally coming in, and I love it, but the man's a left-hander.
Lefties unite, man. I mean,
if you're a lefty, I'll say it now, you're a bum. I'm sorry. I hate to say it, but you're definitely a bum.
See, the timing is the craziest thing here.
It really is, because
Ryan
the
Fitzpatrick.
Dolphins are, like, streaking, quote-unquote. But, like, they really are. They played the Jets, which is nothing. But if you listen to any interviews for the past week, all the players have been talking about Fitz magic and how much he's led the team.
Mm-hmm.
So to completely just take Fitz magic out of the equation, put two in, Flores is a smart guy.
Yeah.
And he said it's time. I mean, Tua, rolled? Brian Haas was like, I'm hyped. Tua rolled out and threw a 9-yard pass. Looks sick. Like, dude, I mean.
No, I think he said, he agreed that it should still be Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, but I'm sure if you're a Dolphins fan, you're definitely a little excited, though. Because if this guy is the guy, then.
I think it's just the one thing that's crazy is it happens all the time in the NFL. You can never go to your rookie quarterback from that bridge guy.
Right.
And if that rookie struggles and you bench the rookie, it looks terrible.
But they're not going to be benching Tua if he's bad. This is a lifelong decision for the Dolphins.
They're a team right now who is literally competing for the division.
Exactly. So to completely mix it up is maybe Tua is that good. Maybe they've seen Tua that good in practice and warm-ups and all that, and maybe he is actually the guy.
I hope he is, honestly. I hope this move right now is like we sit here and we're like, it's way too early. They shouldn't be doing it. It's a mistake type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
I hope it bites us in the ass.
I hope Tua is good. Like I hope Tua comes out. It's also kind of the same thing. Remember when Kaepernick came in out of nowhere? Mm-hmm. Nobody had a clue on how to defend him. And Kaepernick went, I think it was like 7-0 or 9-0
right.
to a Super Bowl.
I mean, look at Lamar. Once someone figured out how to do something to Lamar, they lose.
Yes, but it's like that.
I mean, I don't think Tua's this. I think we've seen Tua script before. I don't think he's this like once in a generation Kyler Murray-esque talent or.
I don't either, but I don't think Colin Kaepernick was at his like apex.
Again, I don't go there. I protect the shield, but I think Colin Kaepernick could start somewhere. But I think Tua, the left-handedness is very sketchy because like wide receivers have talked in the past where the ball literally drops in your hands differently.
Yeah. And
so if you're 5 weeks into a season and you're very connected with Fitzpatrick to completely change how that ball is coming to you, I think it could totally mess it up. Mm-hmm. But I mean, then those are the same people saying that Joey Burrow has small hands.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know how much truth that is.
The craziest part right now is Miami named Tua the starter now. They have a bye week this week.
I know they could have,
but they come back against the Rams. So
Aaron
it's
Donald,
not an easy matchup for Tua.
Aaron Donald's going to want to kill that man.
And he will. I mean, he easily could.
I hope that Tua is completely healed.
I think he is. I don't think the injury.
It would be really sad to see like one shot and he's out. Like I would not want to see that.
I mean
then to think that he could have just gone a whole year.
Right.
That's football. I mean, I think Tua is fully healthy.
Yeah, they wouldn't risk.
Yeah, I mean, like you're saying, it's more of a future. It's like if Tua plays bad, they're not taking him out.
Right, he is the future of the Dolphins, the 4th overall pick.
I don't think they would risk putting Tua into a game unless they didn't feel 100% comfortable that Tua is healthy and can take hits right now.
And I think it's more. I think the Dolphins are sort of surprised themselves that they're competing.
Yeah.
I mean, the Patriots being 2-3 is huge, especially for that AFC, but they are 100% competing. So I think they are in win-now mode with Tua. And I mean, Tua's clearly supposedly a better quarterback than Fitzpatrick, so why not roll the dice with him and let him cook?
Their schedule is pretty similar to New England, but they're
in the same division, Fran.
No, I mean,
so it's
but
gonna be very.
But they play the Bengals.
They play the Bills twice. What do you mean?
Actually,
other than like what?
It's all mutual right now besides Cincinnati. Yeah, right, because they already played the off games. But I mean, I could easily see Miami getting into the playoffs right now.
Do you think Miami's also getting ahead of the whole like Fitzpatrick is good, but like I mean he's gonna come crashing down to earth at some point?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, when has Fitzpatrick ever played an entire season without being Fitzpatrick?
He had those 4 games. It was looking fly with Desean Jackson's get up.
Yeah, I mean, it's a roller coaster with Fitzpatrick, but as like an NFL team, you really can't be looking like, oh, hey, this guy's going to suck in a couple weeks, so let's bench him now.
That's fair. I mean,
I honestly think it is a lot to do with like the Kaepernick and there were like the Lamar Jackson, like he comes in and nobody knows how to defend him. Aspect to it. I mean, it's a gamble, and I mean that's what you got to do to win big in the NFL. Is you got to take a gamble and hope it hits. I just think it's such an early unnecessary risk to take
agree.
right now.
I don't know. Fitzmagic's looking great.
They play the Rams and Cardinals in the next 2 weeks. If Fitzpatrick played like shit those 2 games, easily pull the trigger and say, hey, we're sitting 3-5, Tua, you're in.
Why not win those 2 games, though?
Yeah. So now you're sitting here, if they lose to the Rams and Cardinals and Tua doesn't play good, and now you're sitting at 3-5, you're like,
shit, should we have pulled that trigger?
Yeah, you're like, all right, I mean, it's our rookie, so it is what it is. Let the kid learn. But with Fitzpatrick playing as good as he is, a Rams game in Miami could be a win, and a game against Arizona could also be a win.
I think that Arizona game's more likely. I think the Rams might. I mean, who do the Rams play this week? I believe it's Chicago.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, if the Rams lose 2 in a row, they're going to be looking to bounce back against that Dolphins team. So it could be trap for him.
I mean, I think the Rams are going to be a tough opponent anyway, but I feel like I honestly feel more comfortable with Fitzpatrick than Tua.
I mean, I hope Tua makes you look like an idiot.
I do too, honestly. I mean,
which isn't hard to do.
It's crazy because I said before the season started that the Dolphins are going to have a better record than the Pats.
But that's like troll Fran.
No, that was a legit take. Right now, they have a better record, and pulling the plug on Fitzpatrick may screw that. Like, they might easily go 5-11 with Tua.
I think they pull it out. That defense is pretty good too. It's not just that offense that's clicking. It's not just Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I mean, I hope Tua plays good. I want to see Tua play good, but I don't know, man. It's just such an unnecessary risk that wasn't needed.
We should honestly take a moment and congratulate Andrew Romano for finally tanking long enough for Tua.
What was it? 3 years?
3 years. I mean, he's been trying to get this guy.
What's his name on the trophy?
2018 tank for Tua.
In 2018.
But I think in 2017 he was also tanked for Tua.
That's the 2017-2018 year.
And so he was tanked. He finally did. He spent a lot of money on it.
He picked Tua up for 14 fab.
He was on the Tua train the minute Tua went in. For who was it? Who did Tua go in for?
Fitzpatrick.
No, I mean at Alabama.
Oh, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, when he went in for Jalen Hurts, Romano changed his name, and it was over from then. Mm-hmm. Congratulations, Andrew Romano.
Yeah.
Future 2021 champion.
So, from a fantasy perspective, what's your outlook on Tua?
Tua might ball
going forward.
I don't think
season.
I don't think he's okay. So like, say the season started today with Tua, where would we rank him, or like with everyone else?
Say the season started today,
right?
And you were to use Tua.
I think he finishes right around. I mean, Fitzpatrick's what, 7 or 8 right now?
8.
Yeah.
I think he finishes right around there. I think Tua is that good.
I say he's top 20, but
I
wouldn't say he's top 10 like Fitzpatrick was.
I don't even know if he's top 20.
Well,
he's top 32.
If he went to LSU, he'd be top 1.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I think Deante Parker's stock and Gesicki's both drop.
No way. They go up with Tua.
Okay, so
you think Tua's going to come in and throw the ball better for more yards and have a better rapport with either of those guys?
Fitzpatrick can sling the ball, dude.
Tua, have you ever seen Tua play a game?
Yes.
He was
Not the NFL.
Best passer in college.
He was playing with Alabama. He had the best wide receivers possibly ever at the same time.
He's going
with
to
the
do,
best
he is
offensive
going to
line.
do just fine.
And Joey Burrow outdid him last year.
I guarantee you, in 5 games, he has better stats than Fitzpatrick. Guaranteed.
It could happen. 100% could happen. I just don't think it will.
Okay, so flip the script. Say the season doesn't start today. Going forward from this day on,
I think
is Tua a viable option for you?
If you don't have a top, in Romano's case, yeah. But like, if you don't have anyone else,
You're playing Tua over Jared Goff in fantasy.
why not? Let it ride once. Jared Goff has not been a great fantasy quarterback this year.
Tua or Matt Ryan right now?
Well, Matt Ryan whips the ball because he has Julio Jones.
Fitzpatrick whips the ball because that's what Fitz does.
That's the Dolphins' playbook.
Who would you put Tua over?
Cam Newton,
Okay. Who else?
Andy Dalton, Cam Newton. Name someone else.
Baker
Kyler Murray?
Mayfield.
Put him over Baker. No, he's not better than Kyler.
Kyler, because he runs the ball.
Tua can do that.
Joe
I don't
Flacco?
think two. Yeah, I mean,
Joe Flacco or Darnold, he's ahead of those. I mean, it's like I don't.
What about
Derek Carr.
Kirk Cousins?
I take Derek Carr over him.
I wouldn't.
Cousins?
Tua.
Yeah, I mean, Kirk Cousins sucks.
Tua. Are you playing? How about
Desean?
Nah,
Watson?
Watson,
Watson.
yeah.
Minshew or Tua?
Tua.
Minshew.
I asked him Minshew.
Yeah,
Just because you've seen what Minshew has done.
Yeah, but we haven't seen what Tua
We haven't
did.
seen what Tua's done at all.
But you don't think he's going to be good at all.
No, I think he's going to be good. I don't
Do you
think
think
he's going to be.
you don't think he's going to be better than Gardner Minshew?
No, not for fantasy football.
100%.
No way.
100%.
Herbert?
I mean, Minshew sucks at fantasy
Oh,
football.
see that.
Minshew's great
Herbert-
for fantasy
See, that's
football.
a good one right
No,
there.
he's not.
Tua or Herbert. I mean,
I think Herbert.
because Tua could come out the gate and be just as good as Herbert.
That's what I'm saying. No one like.
And Herbert's pretty damn good right now.
You know what? Yeah, I think they're going to be right around the same. I think Tua is going to sling the ball. He's going to be very good.
Tua or Phillip Rivers?
Tua.
Who are you starting this week? Tua or Phillip Rivers?
Tua's on a bye, but if
Well, if they both are playing.
Tua. I'm playing Tua right now before I play Phillip Rivers.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Dave, the Indy fan over here.
well, Philip Rivers can't.
Struggling.
Yeah,
It was an anomaly.
Would you like to have Tua as the Indy quarterback?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Then.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's the next 15 years of greatness.
Yeah.
It's not fucking Philip Rivers and his 15 kids.
Tua or
9 kids.
Tua or Mariota?
Oh, I mean,
Dude, you want people to listen to this shit.
yeah, come on. Mariota done. No.
I'm just saying, coming out of college, I mean, they were both.
I never liked
Tua.
Mariota.
Tua.
He was always.
Okay, all right.
I don't think Mariota ever really did what he.
What I'm saying, I'm not saying Tua's going to be a bad quarterback. I don't think he's going to be great for fantasy football.
I think he's gonna be
I think
good.
it's bad timing for them.
Like I think Tua can win games in real life, but I don't think he's going to be winning you matchups for fantasy. I don't think he's going to be.
disagree.
I don't think he's going to be putting up like.
I think he's going to be putting up 20 consistently.
I see like 12.
2012.
Rivers out there.
I mean, Roethlisberger put up 12 this week. It's
He did,
it's
yeah.
like
Any given week. You know?
yeah. I mean,
Mahomes didn't even really do that great.
No.
Mahomes didn't do Mahomes numbers.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I mean,
But again, I think the Dolphins are still going to be down in games, and they're going to have Tua throw the ball.
but they're not down in games this year. That's a thing.
I think the Dolphins are going to be down in games. Fran, you don't even listen to me anymore, man.
Who's his number one target?
Devontae
Parker.
Parker.
You think it's going to be Parker?
I don't see.
does
Or
Parker's
Preston
value
Williams.
go
I
up,
like
or-
Preston Williams a little
or
bit
do
too.
all the receivers go down on that team?
I think all the receivers go down a little bit.
No, I
not
think-
crazy.
I think it's. I mean, yeah, because Fitzmagic has the ability to like trust everyone, I guess. But
Mm-hmm.
I think Tua is not just going to go to Devontae Parker 100 times. Like, I mean, you look at Joe Burrow. He's fine. He was going to Tyler Boyd like a million times at first.
Yeah,
Now
and
he's
AJ
spread-
Green.
AJ Green finally
At the
did good,
beginning,
folks.
yeah.
But now he's spreading it out to AJ Green, T. Higgins,
Yeah.
and Tyler Boyd.
Mhm.
And everyone's getting 11 targets. So it's like,
I agree. I just don't think. Like I think they're gonna try winning the game with like 25 pass attempts.
Think they're running it a lot?
I don't think they're running. It's gonna be dinky dump passes that
no, I think he's
like
gonna,
safe.
No, he's throwing it out. I don't think you put in a quarterback that has an injury and like make him play safe ball. Why else are you got to pull the trigger? You're gonna pull the trigger. You're not gonna
Yeah.
you're not pulling teeth. You know whatever the saying is. Like,
Mhm.
it's punch him in the mouth.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be fun. Whatever happens, it's gonna be fun
I
to watch.
want to watch Dolphins football next week. I would never have said that.
Yeah.
Ever. Not
Mhm.
once in my
I don't
life.
think I've ever would have said that in my life.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to watch the Dolphins.
Dude, imagine if they signed Le'Veon right now too. Like that would be so cool to watch.
They should have,
Yeah, like
but they're not going to Chiefs, though.
Who do they have right now? Who's their running?
Myles Gaskin.
Miles Gaskin.
He's
all right.
Gaskin's
He's not
good.
too bad.
Honestly. He's good, but it's all volume.
Him and James Robinson, I look at very comparable.
Mhm. All right, Dave, let's get to our stardom sit-ems.
I like it.
All right, you start us off.
All right, so he lost the big dick battle last week, but I think he's going to come back strong in the revenge game. And Teddy, Big Schlong Dong, Bridgewater is going to just, I think he's going to be in a dome, which is huge. And New Orleans, he knows he should be the quarterback in New Orleans. Drew Brees, noodle arm, can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Teddy's going to have a great week this week. And New Orleans' defense is very suspect. I don't like it at all. I mean, they haven't stopped anyone yet, and the only reason they're winning is because Kamara's a god. So, but Michael Thomas is back, so it should be interesting. But
You know what would be funny? Is if Bridgewater rides a bike into the stadium.
oh, that was good.
Honestly, because he did it the whole time, riding a bike into the whatever.
Like 4-0, you know? He was,
I think it's a big game for Bridgewater.
I agree.
I think he has a huge week.
I just googled Teddy
Louisville
Big
pick.
Schlong Dong.
Did you see the picture?
Some
Look up Teddy Bridgewater Louisville.
Barstool thing came up.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So-
hey, we don't talk about them on this podcast. Sorry.
Bridgewater's 11-3 in domes too. So
Yeah, I mean, he's great. His dome is great in a dome, if you know what I mean.
who are you sitting, Dave?
I am sitting Ryan Tannehill against Pittsburgh. I love that Pittsburgh defense, and I don't know. I think it's Derrick Henry all the way there. But that Pittsburgh defense is going to do wonders against Titans. I think the Titans lose their game.
This is a PG-13 podcast, but we do it over here.
Hey, I don't market to children.
I haven't done any slurs.
All right, I'm starting Jimmy G.
Whoa.
Yep, starting Jimmy G
Against
against the New England Patriots.
Uh-oh.
I think Jimmy G. I think Garoppolo is
Double revenge game.
Yeah, it's a revenge game. I mean, Jimmy's gonna come in here. He's gonna show everyone why the Pats want him.
Mm-hmm.
Why Bill Belichick still is in love with him.
Right.
And I honestly think Kyle Shanahan is gonna come in and just want to slap them in the mouth.
Really? Punch him in the mouth.
Yeah.
Nice, Franny. I like it. I respect that. Who you sitting?
I'm gonna sit Cam Newton.
Wait a minute. This
Surprisingly.
He is so sneaky. I didn't see you doing it. Wait a minute. So you're starting the quarterback against New England, and then you're sitting New England's quarterback?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
But Cam Newton had like 400 yards against Seahawks. You don't remember that?
Yeah, but he hasn't thrown over 170 in any other game this year.
I don't
And now
believe-
he's playing the San Francisco defense.
Oof.
The defense,
That defense
It's hurt.
That defense can't be as good as the Broncos was, right? Broncos defense looked awesome.
the 49ers defense is much better than the Broncos.
Whoa. You think?
Yes. I mean, they're going to be able to run the ball this week because the 49ers defensive line is absolutely like they're all in the hospital right now.
Yes, they're
Not
in
with
shambles.
COVID.
Not with COVID. We have to. They are
They
clear.
all tore their ACL in New York somehow.
Yeah, literally on that
Legit
same
like that. Their entire
they
defense
literally
line.
did
But
all tear their ACLs in New York.
it's all coverage, so I mean, nobody on New England can get open. Cam's gonna get hit a lot. He always does. I mean, I'm sitting Newton. I don't see him having a good matchup this week.
I respect it.
If the Pats win, it's gonna be on the ground. So
You think?
Yeah.
I mean, Harris.
111 yards?
I'm gonna
So if they went on the ground. Who's the number one back?
Cam Newton.
Not Sony Michel.
I'm starting Ronald Jones.
Dude, I'm just going to start my whole fantasy team. My name's Fran.
It's the first time I've started anyone on my team. But Ronald Jones has the Raiders this week. The Raiders had coming off a bye. I mean, Ronald Jones has done it 3 weeks in a row pretty quietly. He's gone over 100 yards.
See, I think this game's going to be a shootout, Fran.
Could be. Easily could be.
Thank you.
But I just don't think so. I mean, I think Tampa is going to get up early. I mean, the Raiders are going to keep it close.
I mean, the Raiders beat the Chiefs and then went on a bye.
Mm-hmm.
You think it's a letdown spot?
I wouldn't say a letdown spot. I think they're just playing Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Tom Brady looks doesn't look sick.
Ronald Jones looks sick right now. And I think that continues.
Not with COVID.
I think that continues.
COVID?
No, Ronald Jones. COVID too. But I'm going to be sitting.
God damn it, Fran. COVID's not ending, you're telling me?
They both blow.
I'm going to be sitting
David Blow.
Darrell Henderson.
Full circle.
Darrell Henderson's my sit this week.
I like that. I believe I sat all three of them last week, and they didn't do too much.
Yep, you did. And now they go against the Chicago defense.
Which is gnarly.
Yeah, that's the Bears for you.
Gnarly. I'm starting Montgomery against LA, actually.
Ooh.
So I like Montgomery. He's been trending upwards the past few weeks, and I think this might be his little breakout game. LA really can't stop the run that much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, any screen they do to him, I think their linebackers can't keep up. They're powerful, but they're not fast. I just expect, Big Dick Nick to dump pass, dump pass, dump pass.
Yep. Allen Robinson, hopefully.
Put his balls all over the field and finish it up. And I'm sitting Ronald Jones, who, again, Fran started him. I don't like Ronald Jones in this situation. He had a great game last week, but I don't expect him to do it again. I think Las Vegas is legit, and I think they're going to keep up with Tampa Bay. So Tampa Bay can't be running that clock out like they did last week.
All righty. Wide receivers.
I'm starting the hamstringless man himself, Will Fuller.
Ooh.
Will Fuller's been balling out the past 5 weeks. I think he has 4 weeks in a row with touchdowns.
Yep, 4 in a row. He's going to lead the league in touchdowns this year.
Yeah, he's going to make it 5.
If he stays healthy.
Right, if his hamstring stays on his body.
Yep.
I like it, though. Houston against Green Bay. Green Bay's defense isn't Green Bay's defense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not good. They can get thrown on all day. So Will Fuller, if his hamstring stays on.
He's got the Jair Alexander matchup, though.
Which, that is always tough, but I think you got to watch out for Cooks, too. I think Cooks
has been wide receiver 1.
Mm-hmm.
He's been the last 2 weeks since Bill O'Brien got fired. 2 weeks ago, he was wide receiver 3. Last week, he was wide receiver 8. So, I mean,
makes no sense.
Bill O'Brien's fired. He gets canned, and Brandon Cooks is good again.
Yeah.
So, that's good. I mean, I like Cooks in that matchup. If Fuller draws that Alexander matchup, if Alexander shadows him, watch out for Cooks.
It will be a tough day, but I think Fuller's gonna have another touchdown.
Yeah,
I'm sitting Woods against Chicago. Like we said, that Chicago defense is legit,
mm-hmm.
and Robert Woods hasn't really been Robert Woods as of late.
Yeah,
I think Cooper Kupp has a good game, but I think Woods gets shut out.
See, I'm sitting Cooper Kupp.
Oh, Fran, I didn't even know that.
Yep. Before Dave got here, I was sitting both receivers in LA. Dave picked Woods, so I went with Kupp. I honestly think it's a huge letdown game for the Rams.
Robbie Anderson had a pretty good game against Chicago though last week.
He did.
He's got to watch out for one.
But I just don't see Chicago really. I think their defense is going to take it to them, and Jared Goff is going to look pretty bad this week. So I'm sitting Kupp. I'm going to be starting Darius Slayton tomorrow night.
Really? Even though you got banged up a little bit.
He got banged up, but I'm going to say it's a short week. So
love the matchup.
Yeah, against Philly. I
think it's going to be high scoring. Neither defense can really stop anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Especially with a short week with little practice. Mm-hmm. So jumping over to tight ends, I'm going to start Jimmy Graham against the Rams.
Love it. He's starting to look good.
Yeah. Especially with Allen Robinson drawing the matchup of Jalen Ramsey.
A little nervous?
A little bit. I mean, he's going to get his targets, but the thing is with Ramsey covering him, Foles is going to need a playmaker, and Jimmy Graham's going to be sitting in the middle of the field. Right. So I'm starting Graham. I'm going to be sitting Robert Tonyan. Big Bob Tonyan. I mean, he got hurt last week against Tampa.
Little ankle injury.
He's playing this week.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. I don't think it's going to be great for Tonyan. I mean, he might get 6 catches, 60 yards. But with Devontae Adams back, I mean, I don't trust him yet.
All right, Fran. I don't like that one, but that's okay. I'm starting Central Mass Man himself, Richard Rodgers. So he's filling in for the Eagles this week. Ertz went down last week. He's not supposed to be playing this week, and Goddard's still out. And like we said before, I don't think Philly has anyone playing other than Desean this week. But again, how limited is Desean going to be?
Yeah. So it's Fulgham.
And Wentz shows that he loves his tight ends. Mm-hmm. He will throw to them. And Richard Rodgers is athletic, and he's a pass catcher. And he showed that with Rodgers in Green Bay. Mm-hmm. So I expect a decent game from him. I think a touchdown definitely, especially against the Giants' shitty defense. And I am sitting your man, George Kittle. We saw what Darren Waller did against the Patriots, and I expect that to happen again. Because Darren Waller was the playmaker for Las Vegas, and Kittle's the playmaker for San Fran this week.
I think one thing to be to watch in that game is going to be how they use Ayuk and Debo. Mm-hmm. Honestly,
those runarounds,
they are end arounds and jet sweeps and
fast.
Screens.
It's unreal. 10 yards every time.
Especially with Mostert not playing. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, New England's linebacking core is brutal.
McKinnon's going to look good, though. I think McKinnon might have a good game.
Yeah, and I think those
end arounds, it's like you see it happening, And you're like, all right, it's going to go to this guy. And then it goes to the other guy, but it still ends up to that guy, and you're like, wait, what the hell? And then it's 12 yards, and you're like, God damn it.
I mean, it's going to be fun.
The clock's always moving with that San Fran team.
Exactly. Alrighty, so that's going to be it for the week. We got any questions, Tyler?
Yes, we do, actually. We have one in the chat right now. It's for a flex this week, Fulgham or Slayton?
Fulgham. Oh, Desean's back.
Fulgham.
I don't see... You got to be careful with your flexes on those Thursday night games.
I would say don't put him in the flex. Throw whoever you are in the wide receiver spot just so you can use that flex later in the week.
But if you had to pick one...
Fulgham.
I'm riding Fulgham, too.
Yeah,
I mean, Desean hasn't been able to play this whole year, and so Wentz really still only has that one connection with Fulgham, and he's trusting him like a motherfucker.
I would say the thing with Fulgham, with Jackson coming back, they still don't have Alshon or Jalen Reagor. So
they should be coming back next week, hopefully.
I think you got to ride it while it's hot. Fulgham's going to put up points. Again, short week. He's playing on primetime, too.
So that's a perfect time to get his name out.
I want to say, he's going to want to show everyone that he can actually get on the field and produce.
I like that.
All right, we got another one. Interesting one. Derrick Henry or Chris Carson?
Ooh, Chris Carson. I don't like Derrick Henry's matchup this week.
I mean, if we're going this week, Carson.
Yeah, probably this week. It is this week because
why not?
He is.
I mean, if you could start both, absolutely.
Bryce is gonna start both. It's Bryce.
This is the question from our number one team in the 508, Bryce Bernard.
I think you should bench both of them because I don't expect them either to do anything.
Why?
No, but if you're gonna either pick one, I go Chris Carson.
I mean, the matchup against Pittsburgh is just tough.
I don't like Derrick Henry's matchup this week. That's me being me, Bryce.
I'm just trying to figure out why he's
getting in your head,
Or
Fran.
he's just asking for...
Fran, he's being a member of the brand.
Who do you have for the rest of the year? Carson or Henry for...
Derrick Henry.
Okay, I agree. I think Henry.
Derrick Henry's doing Derrick Henry stuff. Is he going to get 200 yards every game? No. Is he going to get close to it? Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, Deshaun Jackson or Jerry Judy?
Jerry
Judy.
I don't know what Desean's going to do yet.
Yeah, I mean, I think Kansas City.
But Desean's huge boomer bust because if he booms, he's going for 120 and 2 touchdowns.
But Kansas City against Denver, I think Kansas City is going to put up a ton of points this week. So Denver's just going to have to throw the ball when they're down. And I think Locke has a game under his belt now that he's healthy. Another week to heal up.
I think the letdown, though, for that Broncos
They're not going to win the game, but I think
Locke's going to be throwing it.
What's his name? Judy's going to have a good game.
All right, we got one here. This is an interesting one as well. Stephon Diggs or Julio Jones. He says he can't. In honesty, you can't really take one out, but he's stuck and he has to take one out.
Stephon Diggs or Julio Jones?
I'm playing Stephon Diggs this week. He's against the Jets.
This week I'm playing Julio.
Who's Julio playing?
Detroit. Detroit scores points. They're going to have to keep throwing. The Jets, we saw it last week. They went up. The Jets went down 24 points. You're up 24 points. You're not going to be throwing the ball.
I like Diggs. I think the Jets might score a point.
I like Diggs too. I just
think the deep ball with Josh Allen, the Bills are going to want to get out there.
I think Julio's back to being Julio. Top 5 receiver every week.
Okay. Another one. James Robinson or Freeman? Any chance that Robinson busts out this week?
I'm biased, but I think he's going to have a bust out week coming against who the hell are they playing this week?
What's your team name?
Nation Domination.
So this week they're playing against the Chargers,
which the Chargers defense is pretty good, but
who was the other question? Robinson or who?
Robinson or Freeman?
I don't trust
don't trust Freeman.
Giants offensive line.
Yeah,
you can't. I think Robinson's due for a breakout, at least a touchdown.
I don't know if Robinson's going to break out. I think he's going to outscore Freeman no matter what.
I think Robinson's due for a breakout.
Be nice. I'm going to say that. Robinson's also used a lot more in the passing game.
Robinson's also a better ranked running back right now than CH.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
It's only week 6.
Oh, right.
Next question, Tyler?
That's all the questions we have. We just have one more. It's kind of a good segue, though. Someone says, can you please put the merchandise link on your Facebook, please? They'd like to order some stuff.
On the Facebook? All right,
So
yeah,
we can
I will.
do that. We
Fran's
can do
got that.
We will do that.
All righty. So, Dave.
Hey, did you know that 508 Association started up their own blog?
We did?
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
And you
what
guys, sports. Usually, I'm personally writing basketball and wrestling.
Ooh.
I know we got some soccer guys out there. What are you doing, Fran?
I'm going to be doing football and wrestling.
Okay. And we have a whole bunch of other writers. It's basically us. It's us as people just writing to you guys, and we just want our takes out there. So if you guys are interested in a blog or anything, the links should be on our website, and check us out.
Alrighty. Follow 508association.weebly.com. It's 508association.weebly.com.
Spelling Bee champ.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you guys follow us on Twitch, like us on Instagram,
Subscribe on YouTube.
follow us on Twitter.
Alrighty.
Thanks, guys, and we will see you next week.
Thanks for listening to the 508 Power Hour. Make sure to hit that follow button on Twitch and hit subscribe on YouTube at 508 Association.